Like with this one, for instance, it looks like your brick wall, but it almost looks like crackle going up there as well, which is super cool. Same with that one. So it's a brick wall, but now, can you see? So it's almost like you're in your outer.
Yes, I see.
If you can see what I mean.
I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah, really interesting. This one is seriously good. Actually,
I like that one.
Yeah, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
it's such
really
a handy
like
stencil.
that.
They're a really nice collection of
stencils. So you are getting all 4, but it's very, very busy. Your price is just £17.96 plus your P&P. You're saving £6, but again, really busy for those, and I can see why. So let's have a look at these. Now, these are 6 stencils. Now, these are really pretty, I think. You're getting your seashells, your rhythms, your pattern, bouquet, crazy paving, and your mosaic. So price is £26.94 plus your P&P. Your item number at the top there, 344630. But, I mean, what you could do with all these.
Oh, they're amazing.
I mean, it'd be endless.
Yeah, this is such a good collection. Me, personally, as soon as I get these, I go for the dots. You can't have too many dots in your life.
No.
The other one of my favourites was the flower in this one. Okay, they're all favourites. The flower I really like though, because again you can do so much with it upside down. That was so easy, because all I've done with that one is literally done my background, and I've actually kept that as more of a white open space. So done my spritzing, but kept it as a white open space, and then highlighted it with my liner, which I really like doing. The other ones, bear with, off she goes again. See, you might not be able to see the design.
I really liked that sample.
You can, in the background is the stencils, and that's the thing, all of the detail is stencils, so you can sort of see that's the crazy painting in the background. It's always your background. With this one, I mean, I've got the circles there, you can see the lines from the other one, but again, in the background, it's the layers that create all that depth and all that interest.
Yeah.
That's why stencils are essential.
Absolutely love that. So busy again for this, £26.94 plus your P&P, item number 344630, and again you are getting a free gift with every purchase made in this hour. We're going to have a look at the website, and then Leonie is off to craft. So everything that you buy, remember, you are getting your free gift as well, everything on the website. So yes, everything that we've just talked about going down the counter. There's going to be different items because we do have another show at 2 o'clock, but everything you could possibly wish for is on our website, and obviously Leonie will be showing you a lot of that soon as well, with some great demonstrations.
Thank you very much, lovely Nikki. Now, I know a lot of the goodies. If you want singles, check the website out, because I know a lot of the singles are on the website. So it's always worth having a little look on there as well. Now, where I'm going to start with the floral one, the floral bouquet one, the etched one, because I love this stamp. I mean, I love them all, but I love this stamp. I like etched stamps because they are a little bit different, you know, and they're a bit different to use. What I am going to do before I crack on is just give this a bit of a scrub. Because it's got mica on it, I want to be able to make sure if I get that mica off a little bit, because otherwise I'm worried my ink might not stick to it because it's covered in mica. So I'll just give that a little bit of a scrub. But do have a look on the website. I mean, obviously the lovely thing about buying the bundles, you are getting a good price and you're getting your free gift. So it is always, it's rather nice, isn't it, that? Oh, we do like free gifts. The floral, we're already at 30%, so if you do want this one. Gosh, it is a really busy hour. Thank you ever so much. I feel like I've been away for ages. Who was on last week then while I was away, do we know? Who were on last week, you know, when I were on my holidays? We don't really know. Email in, do you know? Because we don't know. It'd be lovely to hear from you anyway. So email in just to say hello. Okay, you're used to me. I'm not prepared. So I've got that. I am prepared. So what I'm going to do first of all, now do a little bit. Oh, I tell you what, I forgot my stamping platform. Oh, have I got one over there? Wow, Lou has got a stamping platform somewhere. I think she's found it. Oh, you are a star. Thank you, my love. Right, I haven't used this one, so let's hope. So one from the One Day Special. So, it feels like, okay. Right, we'll have a little go with it. Aren't we funny? I knew there'd be summer. I mean, hi, welcome back. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all, I knew there'd be summer. Sorry, Shauna. So popping that down, so you've got your little magnets. Oh yeah, they're cool. I like them because you've got your little tabs on it. I'm learning about the product, so hopefully, yeah, that should register. Okay, so what I want to do first of all, now I'm using, the inks I'm using are thingy inks. I will remember the word in a minute. They're not dyes, they are pigments. So I'm using a pigment ink. Now, the thing is with pigment inks, they stay wet longer. So because it's a pigment ink, and you'll notice I don't normally use these kind of colours, but just recently I'm really getting into my brights and pinks and luminous greens. So squidging that down, I think this is how it works, I presume. So squidge that down, bit of pressure on there. So you've got, oh gosh, hold on a minute, what? Okay, you know that pack of 4 stencils? They've gone. They've already gone. Gosh, it is a busy day. Thank you ever so much. Okay, they are on extended, so how long? 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks to wait. I tell you what though, 10th September, but you're only paying $17.96 for all of those, and you'll get your free gift. It's absolutely worth it. They're beautiful stencils, those. Okay, so let's have a little look, see if I've actually done this right. Yes. So you've got that beautiful print. Now, the wonderful thing about using a stamping platform, because you're using the stamping platform, it means you can then go in with another ink. This is another, oh, I've moved my card. This is another thingy one. Yeah, pigment. I'm having problems with words already. It's only my second day prac and I still can't speak. There. So now what I'm doing, I'm tilting the ink pad. So I'm not going directly on because I don't want solid lines like I've got there. So I'm tilting the ink pad. So I'm just edging the stamp because I don't want it really, really deep purple, because this is a really gorgeous deep purple. And that's the lovely thing about, look, where it's a bit thick, where I've got a line, I'm getting rid of that. So just with my finger, any solid lines, just blur those out. Okay, let's get in. So hopefully I haven't moved my card too much. Beautiful. Now these florals are so busy. Half of the stock has gone. If you're getting them as a bundle, you're saving £10 and you get your free gift. I really like the free gift. It's a cracker, is that one. Obviously, if you want singles, check the website out. And we've got a lot more besides. I mean, there's so many beautiful, beautiful extras. Oh, look. See, now look at this image. Can you see the detail is going, it's carved out of the rubber, and that's why it looks so different. That's why it gives you such a different effect. So that's my first one that I wanted to do. So what I'm going to show you is, and I'm not just going to do, I'm not going to finish these off. Oh, don't lose the magnets, goodness. Pop them there. And then I'm going to take my micas. Now I'm going to use, what colour shall we use? Let's use a nice gold. So I'm using my Luscious powders, indigo blue Luscious powders on this one, and then just going over. Now, because I have used a pigment, it means the pigment will stick to, the mica will stick to the pigment. You might need to blast this over with hairspray or something to make it stick, because it isn't, obviously, it's not a sticky ink, but sometimes it sticks enough. So just have a little see if you, and it depends what job you're using it for. You might not need it to, especially if you're creating artwork, because you might be framing it. Okay, I'm just going to tap off the excess and then get my brush and just go lightly over to remove the excess. Now, at the minute, it just looks a deeper pink, doesn't it? But look, if I hold this up, ready, have a look at that. Wow, look at that gold. That's marvellous, isn't it? Isn't that just a beautiful... And can you see how the purple has changed shade because of that? Isn't that gorgeous? So that's one way of using it. The other way of using this, which I quite liked as well. So if you take your cardstock first And I thought I'd do something a little bit different, because I think the stamp allows us to create something a little bit different. So I'm taking my ink pad, I'm just going directly onto the cardstock, like so. And then I'll take my mica, like that. And I quite like these feathered edges. The lovely thing is as well, with your stamps, off she goes. So with your stamps, so say you used, this one. So say you used your, you know, your stamps like your big scribble. So with your big scribble, with something like that edge, I will keep it on the block actually. So with something like that edge, you use your big scribble to actually start. Let's have a little see, where do I want to take it? I am going to take it off the block, just to give myself a bit more. Remember, with this big scribble, you do get the block, so you don't have to look with it. So you've got your gorgeous graffiti, you've got the other scribbly one, but look, because that's a nice solid purple, I do want to get in here before it dries, but because it is a pigment, it should stay open longer. See, so can you see, because it's a pigment, because it's really rich, that kind of disappears, but it allows me to build up this edging. So it just, I can start building up that one like this, just with that stamp. So you're just getting little bits. I love that. Doesn't that look cool? So have that first of all, and then what I'm going to do is take the mica again, and I'll just use the mica that I've already got out just for speed. So taking that mica, and that one this time I completely want to cover that background. Okay, I'm going to take it onto that stamped image as well, so completely covering it. And I thought I'd have a little play with this, because I don't play with mica often, but because that stamp gives you such an incredible stamped image. Look at that big piece of mica, it's just disappeared, hasn't it? The ink has held it. There we go. So happy with that. Again, just dust off with your brush. And when you're applying your mica, I always find a really nice soft brush is the best for applying your mica. I don't use that brush for anything else, so I know I can't contaminate it, you know, so I know I'm not going to get all paint all over it. So it's nice and soft, so it stays that way. Pop that on, and then I'm going to decide where I want that big stamp to be. So let's pop that big stamp about there, like so. Pick that up, and then look, some of it has pulled off. And then what I'm going to do is go in. Now you can go in with a clear Versamark. If you put it on with a clear Versamark, it lifts that ink off, but I'm actually going to use the black because I like the black. Now your black, this is a Versafine Clair, so going over this one now with that black, and you'll be able to see there, and just give it a really good press. So it's the Studio Light stamp press, this one. I like this. Lou had this one on one of the days. She's been a busy bee as our Lou, hasn't she? There we go. Let's have a look. Are you ready? Pow. See, now have a look at that. If I just hold that up again, look at that colour. Doesn't that look good? Absolutely adore this. And the way you make that then, don't lose the magnets, the way you bring this in, and I won't faff about too long because I just want to do a couple of demos with this one. So then with this one, where did I put the free gift? Hid it. So if you've got something like your free gift, which works really well with this, you will be getting your free gift if you're buying anything from the show. So say if you've got your free gift, then these little elements, you can start just laying those down as well. So if you're over stamping in black again, onto those elements, it starts to bring everything together. And I love this. On the free gift one, I love, look, it's got these little dots. Stamps like this just make me happy. Little dots are so handy. So pop my little dots there. Pop my little dots coming down here. So what I'm doing, I'm tying in the black because I've got a big solid lump of black there. So I'm tying that in with these extra little elements. And that'll just, there we go. That just starts to elongate that image. So I like the lines. And that's a cracking stamp as well, because actually with that stamp, if you wanted to, it's a great freebie. So you can give it a bit of a wobble if you wanna. So we'll bring that one. So where that line is down there, I'm going to bring that line down there as well. Oh, yeah, I'm happy with that. And then, now, oh, are they exclusive as well? Whoa. So you've got an exclusive freebie. Amazing. Exclusive freebie by our Tracy. Worth £11.99. The beautiful, really beautiful stamps. Really like these. Definitely worth getting hold of. But obviously, that is your exclusive free gift, which is rather exciting. Right, I'm going to leave, she says. I'm going to leave it. She probably won't. She probably wants to put a word on. Let me have a little look. Hello there. Right, I'm going to put hello there. I will have a little break when I finish this one, just so I can have a bit of a tidy. And I'm just going to pop on hello there from my monsters, because I like that. Do you know what? Actually, I weren't going to finish anything, but I actually think if I put that one on a piece of black card or a art journal, I think it'd be kind of finished. Have a little look at that. See, doesn't that look good on the gold? How beautiful is that? And especially when it hits the light. So that is obviously creating the actual background. So it's doing your ink and then putting the mica and then actually stamping into it. Or you stamp first and then put the mica on top. Pow! I know, right? Doesn't that gold look amazing? And that's because it is an etched in stamp. That's why you get those really distinctive looks. I'm well chuffed with that. That's really come together, hasn't it? Okay, I'll have a little bit of a tidy up, because in 3 seconds I seem to have made a mess. Do have a little look at the website. Now, these are some of the goodies that are coming up at 2 o'clock. So remember, it is a different show at 2 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. But if you want to shop ahead, you definitely can do. Still getting your... Is it the same free gift? Do we know? It is. It's same free gift. So check out your 2 o'clock show. Beautiful products. Obviously check the website out, because we've so much more on there as well. Now I'm going to be handing over to our lovely Nikki, who's going to be taking down the counter and just remind you what we've got.
Thank you, Leonie. Isn't she good? So talented and so lovely as well. Right, let's talk about the main item we've got. So this is your A4 acrylic block and your 2 A4 stamps. So one is Vintage Graffiti, the other is Scribble It. Obviously, we heard from Leonie earlier saying, you know, it's quite unusual. There aren't an awful lot of A4 stamps about. So let's just, obviously, we can see the design there. All in Create, we know, quite modern, quite cool, quite funky as well. I'm going to show you one of these actually. I'll just hold it up like that. They are really big, so I'll have a look. Leonie did say she hadn't given it a clean, but it's quite good because you can see all the detailing on that, and obviously we've seen her using both of these. Let me just show you the other one as well. We've just seen her using this one. Now this is good because it's got all the circles, so great for layering. You can see there where she's been using that just on that card that she's literally just made as well. And you are getting the acrylic block with it, so it makes it very easy to use. So that is your main bundle. We are very busy for that. So 2 flexis on this. Your price, your 2 flexi payments will be £25.99. Your price is £51.97 plus your P&P. And don't forget as well, you are getting a free gift every time you shop in this hour. So those are your stamps, which I'll just show you here. Now these are an exclusive. Did you say it was Tracy that designed?
Yeah. So
Tracy Evans that designed these. Very talented designer. I watched one of her shows, I think a few weeks ago actually, so I'm a big fan of hers. So you're getting that included with any purchase from this hour. So that's good. So let's have a move along to our floral stamps that you are getting. So we've seen Leonie using these a lot. So that is your item number, sorry, 198883. So you're getting Blossom Dreams, flower printed and flower etched. Your price is £25.97. You are saving £10. So a lot of detailing, and Leonie was explaining to me earlier as well, obviously you can see two florals there, but they're actually quite different. So I'm going to show you some of the samples that she's done. So here's one that we're going to have a look at now. So I can see one of those being used here, so an awful lot of detail there. She's obviously put a little sentiment as well, which says enjoy the little things, and you can see here she's just kind of smudged that colour around the edge, but really noticing the detail there of that floral. Now, so that's one of the stamps. Now that is in contrast to, if I just hold this up for you, so this is your outline. So this is more, she said she sort of went for a more almost simple version, but you can see the difference when she's talking about obviously the flower, the one we've just seen on that stamp, to this. It's just the outline. And you can see the colours as well. Now these colours are beautiful, very pastel-y, thoughts and dreams. You've got your sentiment there as well. So again, that's what you can use with that set of 3 stamps. 60% of these are gone. You heard Leonie obviously earlier saying she's been using them all the time, and you can see why. So let's move on to the border stamps. So you're getting your acrylic block with this as well. So you are getting your 3 stamps, protractor, feathered bloom, and your print by numbers. Now I really loved the detailing on these, and Leonie was explaining to me as well, it's almost the kind of thing that you look at, and then when you take a second look and a third look, you're seeing even more detailing. So there's more that keeps jumping out at you. Obviously we've got the numbers, we've got the letters, the feathers, so much in just 3 stamps that you're seeing here. So the price for these, £36.96 plus your P&P. Your item number is 878516, and you're saving £10. But just think about everything that you can do with that and the amount of detailing that you're getting included in that. So brilliant price. Now we're going to have a move on to the stamps and die collection of beasts. Now, funnily enough, because I'm quite a floral, hearts, butterfly kind of girl, I absolutely loved these because every image I look at on here makes me smile, and every sentiment makes me smile as well. So you can see, obviously, look at the bunnies with the carrots, and you are my favourite to hang out with, chillax and carry on. You can see the sloth there chilling out, monstrous wishes, but it's their faces. It's quite comical and cute at the same time. You are my favourite human. You've got the dies as well to be cutting those out, and let me just show you this sample that Leonie did, which I love. I love the colours, and I just look at this little guy. I mean, who wouldn't love him? Who wouldn't smile if you got that? I mean, if I got that on a card, I'd be absolutely thrilled. You are my favourite human. I think I'd treasure that. But that's just something that she's done. Very, very cute. And then let me just, she's cut some out as well. So let me just show you a couple. Okay, I'm going to show you my favourites, really. So this is showing how well the dies cut it out. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at him. Look how much he loves his carrot. And then let me find another one for you. Oh, this is quite funny. Look at this guy. Oh, look. Just, I don't know, they just make me smile. I mean, you'd send that to someone that was a bit cheeky, wouldn't you, really? Absolutely love them. So, 916630 is your item number. The price is £80.35 plus your P&P, but there's 2 flexies on here. So, 2 payments of £40.18. Again, busy for that. So, let's move on to our stencils. So, we've seen some of this in Leonie's work, actually, that I'm going to show you. So these sold out. So 2-week delay, but you can still get them at the moment. So let's have a look at these. You've got your crack wall 1 and 2, and your handwriting scribbles and sound wave. So let me show you this one at first. In Leonie's words, very, very cool. Now, Leonie's used it. This is Leonie's print that she has left. Yours will be clean. Or if you want Leonie to stamp them, we maybe could have a word with her, but normally they'll come clean. But you can see she was saying great for layering, sort of adding a different texture to your backgrounds. You know, if you're thinking about your background when you're doing your cards. This is another cracked wall one as well, which I really like. But this one, which Leonie and I both agreed on, was very, very cool is this. So obviously she has used this. I'm going to show you which card she's used it on. But what a background for that. I mean, it would almost work with anything you're sending out, anything you're making. Very, very cool background there. So item number 794557. Your price for that is just £17.96 plus your P&P. Remember, extended delivery. So we're going to have some look at some more stencils. Now these are lovely. There's 6 stencils. So you've got your seashells, you've got your rhythms, pattern, bouquet, crazy paving and your mosaic. There is something here for everybody. So 40% of these are gone, and that's the one that Leonie was saying she loved because of the little dots, the little circles. She could find, you know, almost a place for those anywhere. So you can see as well with that rose, you know, gorgeous detailing with that rose. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll show you a few samples. First of all, let's have a look at the rose that she's done. So that is using one of these stencils. So you can see this is almost the focal point. That's, you know, that stencil is the focal point of it. It's not really the background. That is exactly what you're looking at with all of that detailing. And it looks absolutely stunning. And also, can I just say, the colours look incredible together. So that's one. So that's using one of those. And this is actually using one of the stencils from what we've just mentioned as well. So we said this was a very, very cool one. You can see just there in that background, but you can see as well all of that detailing there. She's obviously layered that with that little topper, but you can see the different background here, the stenciling being used. On top of that original stenciling, she's then layered with those circles. So you can see she's right. They would literally sit anywhere for any single design. So great ideas here, something for everybody with these stencils. So the item number is 344630. Your price is £26.94 and £2.95. So what we're going to do is go to our website, because I want to show you all of the All and Create products. Remember, international designers, a very cool brand, very modern, very trendy as well, something for everybody. Have a look on our website. Leonie's going to do a little bit more crafting with you, I believe. Are you ready yet, Leonie?
I'm ready.
She's ready for you, so I'll see you later.
I say I'm ready. I mean, obviously, you've probably heard the gun going, the heat gun going, the heat tool. Just stamp and emboss that, so I'm organised. See, now that's the other flower one, that's the lime one. Then you can see the difference immediately, you know, between an outline and then an etched image. It's nice to see them side by side, because look, I mean, it's obvious, you know, and if you're already into stamping, you know this. But if you're new to stamping, you think, yeah, but what does that mean, an etched? That's the difference. You know, that's your outline, whereas that one's cutting into. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I couldn't do a let loose without getting the gel plate, because I am addicted to my gel plate currently. I apologise. Kind of, don't really do it. Okay, so I'm going to use the stencils. So, the first stencil I'm using is that sort of, I think it's a cracked paving one, this, isn't it? And I'm actually going to use my dye inks this time. So I'm going to go on with some really nice bright dye inks. So this is the archival inks, and I'm just going to brush some of the colour into this. Oh, lovely Terry Kim. Hiya, Terry. It's lovely to hear from you. She said it's nice having me back. She's been getting withdrawals. Oh, thank you, Terry. It's nice to be back. Oh, and she's saying Nikki's fitting well and doing a good job. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. Because when you first start, you know, obviously Nikki's had years of experience, fantastic guest for many, many years. But obviously when you do this side of it, the presenting, it's so different. It's quite weird. And no, she was just brilliant just then. I was thinking exactly that, Terry. But thank you. Because it is nice to hear from you. Because obviously, when you're behind this camera, you've the front of it, whatever we are, sometimes it's a bit scary, not going to lie. You know, it's like, oh, what am I doing? I remember the first time I went from being a guest to presenting, and I was with Sarah. And so Sarah was amazed because she just, you know, she knew what she was doing. But you know, when you stand there and think, I actually don't know what I'm meant to be doing. And I've been doing loads of shadowing. I've done shadowing for ages. Shadowing's like, obviously, when you stand behind the scenes watching. But I've done loads of that, and yet still, as soon as I got put live, it's like, I have no talking. I don't know what I meant to say. So I talked 50 miles an hour, and then finally they took me off. No, I'm not joking. But I did talk 50 miles an hour. Now, half of the stock of what, my love? The stencils, half of the stock of the stencils has now gone. So I'm literally just filling in spaces. And I quite like that. I love doing things like this because it's just layering your colours. I want bright colours, so I want to be able to see those bright colours on there. I'm using the permanent inks as well, so it's kind of drying. I'm being a bit careful though, because I've noticed I have lifted some of the ink off on my stencil, which I don't really want to do. So popping that there like that, so you can see the gorgeous flowers, which look beautiful. And the dye ink, it does dry. Let me just nick the other stencils. You look at that for 1 second while I go and nick my other stencils. Yeah, the dye ink dries on here, which is brilliant because obviously it means that you don't have to worry too much. Oh, I think I want a blue. You don't have to worry too much about lifting the actual stencil. And I am being a bit naughty with my brushes. I am just using kind of one brush for all my colours, so I'm obviously contaminating all sorts. But I can't see yet because it's on here, so it's not worrying me. There we go. Just put a little bit of blue down as well, like this. I love this stencil. It's so good. It's such a cool stencil. There we go. Like that. Look at that. See how cool is that? Okay, so happy with that, but then I'm going to go in with some stamps as well. Now, you've got loads of beautiful stamps that you can use for this. If I take, first of all, I am going to take, shall I use the big? Yeah, I'm going to use the big one again. I like using this because there's so many different elements on it. You know, like the script on there. That's so cool. I'm going to, and again, I'm going to use a dye ink. I'm not using the pigment on this because I do want it to dry. I don't want it to be really wet, and that will all become transparent in a moment. So I'm aiming for putting the stamp on there. Just like that. I don't need a full image. That's not what I'm doing. All I'm doing is layering at the moment. That is such a cool circle. And you've got loads of those wonderful script circles. In there is that butterfly as well. The butterfly is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to use that corner again. And I'm actually going to lay that just there. Like so. Because you can see that now. That's a lot bolder. Let's use that other one where we've got the other circles, so let's use that one as well. And you see, this is a lovely thing when you've got A4 stamps, you're just picking out some of those elements. You're not using the whole thing, it's just lifting some of those tiny little bits that you want to out of it. And to pop it on there, let me use the other one as well. When you pop it on there, I'm literally just rolling the stamp on. And I love this. Again, look into it. You know, like you've got the lines at the top, which are really cool. Like this. 10 minutes. Time. It goes so quickly, doesn't it, when we craft? See, they're really cool. Oh, I'm getting mixed. See, I'm using a lot of blue now. I do this. I just get stuck on using one colour. But with something like this, mix and match your colours. Because it just all blends together anyway. Because it's only a background at the end of the day. Right, let's get some of those words on as well. The words, even though, I mean, we're using a gel plate, so they're not going to come out the right way around. Doesn't matter, it's a background. Right, happy with that. And then, it'd be rude not to use your freebie, wouldn't it? Because your freebie is free. Exclusive and free. Boom. So, we'll use that one, because that's gorgeous. Get a little stamping platform like that, and I'll use that. Now, I've got a lot going on in here. Some of this you'll get a print of, some of it you won't. So don't be too precious when you're doing things like this. You know, I'm quite random, as you can see. You know, just layering those images. Leonie, definitely random. That little circle one's nice as well. I love this one. These are good stamps. I like it when, and this is the thing, isn't it? You know when your freebie is really good? It's good, I like that. Because sometimes you get freebies, don't you? And it's like, oh, you know, so, you know, you buy things and it's like, yay, look at your free gift. And it's like, well, what do I want that for? So it's nice when you get a free gift and it's really good. Right, okay, happy with that. Let's pop that to one side. Now, when I was doing this at home, because obviously I couldn't get in my craft room, so it meant there was quite a bit of stuff that I just had to make do with. So when I was doing this at home, I didn't have my brayer at home, so I couldn't use my brayer over the top of it. So I used my Clarity brush, and actually it worked. So I thought I'm going to show you that. So just in case you haven't got a brayer, or in case you also get locked out of your craft room. I mean, seriously, I've got a key now. It won't happen again. Okay, so I'm going to use a white paint. Now, with this, you can use, I always use a lighter paint, always, just so I really see those colours. I've given it a good shake, and then all I'm going to do, just splodge that on, like so, and then all I'm going to do is start going on like this, okay? Now, I'm not too worried if some of that ink hasn't dried proper, because I bet some of it might not have dried proper. Oh, acrylic, can you see that? So it might mean I might be picking up a bit of the ink because that's gone pink. That'll be right. It'll mean I'll lose some of the impression on there, but I'm sure we'll get something. Okay, so just splodging that. Now, I don't normally apply on my gel plate, I don't normally apply my paint like this, but when I did it the first time and it worked, that was a relief. But also it was really nice because you get a bit of texture, because obviously all that, you know, all that movement you've got there, that's going to actually print onto your card as well. So this time I'm taking a card, so I've just folded a piece of card in half, and then I'm just going to go, and I don't normally use a card either, but again, because it's kind of, well, it's what I could find at home, so that's what I used. So doing my little print. Now make sure you need the paint to really stick onto that ink, so really stick that down. So those are going to start combining. Now, then cross your fingers, because it's live TV. And if it doesn't go right, we've only got a few minutes. Yes, it's gone right. Look at that print. How cool is that? Now, can you see all those different elements? If I hold that forward, look at how much is going on there. You know, you've got the stencils, the different stencils. And look, even though that looked quite light, how cool is that? Love that. So that's with your inks, and then splodging your paint over the top. So don't panic. I thought that's a good one to show, because I bet there's loads of times you can't find your brayer if you're anything like me. I mean, you might not be anything like me. You might know exactly where your brayer is, thank you very much. I did. It was in my craft room. Yeah. Okay, so all I'm going to do now, let's just make sure this is dry. I can't get in my craft room, yeah, but I can now. I've got the key now. I'm all right. I mean, obviously, and it did make me giggle. I didn't go into stress mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take my Posca. I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to be quite quick. Just got my Posca and edging it with my Posca. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No, I didn't want to do a big edge like that, but we're going to go with it because that's what I've done. Now, normally I edge in black, but you know what? I thought for a change, I'm going to edge in white, just because I quite liked it, actually. So, oh gosh, my edges are going terrible. Look at that. And now I'm going to have to stick with it, because that's the way it is. Quite like it, though. It's funny sometimes, like, you know, you do something and it's not quite what you intended, but you just have to go with it. See, I quite like it. Yeah, eyeliner. One goes thick, one goes wob, and then you try and match it, and before you know it, you've just got black eyes. Yeah, we all do that. Nikki will be able to help us with that. Okay, so I'm happy enough with that. So then, what I'm going to do is, I bought a stick in Marrakesh that's like, it looks like lipstick, but it's an eyeliner. It's great. I mean, it just, you know, anything that's a little bit sort of, oh, this is different. It works great. Okay, so I've just put a little white line across the centre because I wanted to break it up. Okay, and then And hopefully, I don't know if I'll get to finish this. Right, now I'm hoping my pen works because I haven't let it dry for long. Yes. So paint pen, just round there to emphasise that line. As such. Come on, paint pen, you can do it. Yes. Don't run out, don't leave me yet. There we go. So quite like that. I'd probably, if I had time, probably edge that, but I'm going to run out of time on how many minutes? 3 minutes. So it's a little bit different in it. Now, obviously, and I know I say it a lot, but anything we do on our cards, we can do in journals. Anything we do in journals, you can do on cards. And I think that's the beauty of this. You know, all the techniques completely, I love that, all the techniques completely and utterly cross over. All I was going to do then, and I'm definitely going to run out of time for this, was cut the flowers out. Now, with this one, what's beautiful about it, you don't need to cut the whole thing out of it. You know, you can literally just bring a couple of those elements. So, for instance, with this one, I'm just going to lift that flower out. Sometimes it looks, because it's busy, you know, it's a busy pattern, so sometimes you don't see the whole thing, you know, you can only see sort of part of the pattern. But when you do it like this and you just start cutting, and then you sort of see where your cut line is. Now, I know we've only got a couple of minutes. Do you want to come on in now, Nikki? Ah. See, these shows are quite nice. They're quite chilled out, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I've literally just been watching you. You're a clever thing, aren't you?
Oh, thank you.
No, you really are.
Thank you. It's funny, isn't it? I think when you craft, you just feel that you're lucky. And half the time you feel that you're blagging it. You know, when you enjoy something that much,
yeah,
that you don't really feel that you're teaching or anything. You just feel that, oh, they'll know how to do this. So, do you know what I mean?
How many years have you been crafting for?
Oh, since I was a child.
Really?
Yeah, crafted when I was a kid. And it's lovely, isn't it? Because you don't think you can make a career in just getting messy with paint. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's good.
See, I'd colour that in, I'd put that there, oh, love it, and then I'd put a sentiment on. And
Okay.
we've got in, did I nick the other flowers? I've got 1 minute. Sorry, I nicked
No,
it.
don't worry.
I'll just do that. See, in this one, you've got beautiful sentiments. So with that, I know I've literally got a minute.
This is Tracy's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd put something like inspire on there,
Oh, yeah.
and that'd finish that off. But I've only got 45 seconds. I'll finish that off and put a photo on Facebook. I always say that. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't.
I'll make sure
But
she
I'll
does
really
it.
make sure I do it.
Make sure she does it. So we're back at 2 o'clock, but
We
we've got
are.
some different products. So same brand, but different goodies for you. Again, the price of this deal, £25.97. Oh, that's for your florals. And we've got lots coming up as well. So what are you doing at 2? Do you know yet? He doesn't know yet, do you?
No.
Why are you asking me
But
that,
I
Nikki?
know it's like, I don't know. But it's going to be great fun.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, the beautiful products again. We've got one at Stamps on the second show. Absolutely stunning. They're all stunning, but one of them beautiful. So yeah, make sure you tune in
Yeah,
there.
join us at 2 o'clock. So now we've got cardio birthday celebrations, then we've got art creation 1 day special with Lou, and then Let Leonie party with me and all and create as well. Remember, we're still in birthday, so join us soon.
Hi, my name is Blanche Siegmann. I'm the owner of the company La Blanche. The company La Blanche is a crafting company located in Germany. For over 20 years, I'm designing and selling stamps, paper crafting products and home decoration. As a passionate crafter myself, I make sure all our products are of highest quality and easy to use. We produce a whole range of products. We produce paper products. We have also shrink sleeves for your jars, glasses. We have home decoration products, paints and wall decals. Everything, the whole range of crafting we produce for you. I hope you enjoy watching us at Hochanda and crafting with La Blanche.
My name's Catherine Sturrock and I bring to Hochanda my sugar button designs. I work in collaboration with Katie Sue Designs, who bring to Hochanda some fantastic moulds. Sugar button designs are the whimsical characters which I create. They were created first by hand, and then Katie Sue did their magic and turned them into silicone moulds which are used widely in the cake decorating and the crafting area. I tend to use air dry clay with the moulds, and there are many different designs, from garden snail through to a fairy through to animals. Hopefully from our range, everyone of all ages and all abilities will find something that will suit them and maybe start a new craft. So I hope you can watch out for Sugar Buttons and Katie Sue Designs on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome back. Look who's here. Wendy, how you
Hi,
doing?
Wendy. I'm good, thank you. You?
I'm very good, and I'm looking forward to this, I'll have to say.
Yeah,
I
a lot of
it.
stamps to get in today.
Well, I love it when cardio are here, because explaining to our producer earlier on that one minute you've got a blank white piece of card, which can be daunting for anybody, but then next thing you know is an amazing card, and you watched it from beginning to end, but you're just like stunned into how it happens.
Well, that's really nice.
But it is, and you'll see that without all the demonstrations, and we've got quite a few that we're going to get through during this hour, so I'm going to get on quickly and tell you about this bundle here. Now, we've got items in here that sold out last time you were here.
We have, yeah, but it's because of the way the stamps work, you can so easily change a summer design into a Christmas design. So we decided that we'd bring the Thorny Wreath back, because this is going to be fabulous for Christmas, and also the swings and things, because swings don't just disappear because it's winter.
That's true.
So we're sort of going to mix them all up a bit today.
I love it, and you've got a wonderful collection here. You can see you've got 28 stamps in total. We're looking at $9.99. Now I'm just checking. Oh, it's part of the mega bundle, isn't it? So the details at the bottom for the mega bundle, which is worth having a look at. Now, the only thing that we've got brand new in this hour is this one. This is your birthday gift, and the reason I mention that is because people collect your stamps.
Yeah.
So you wanted us to get that point across with regards to the stamps that we're selling. But if you're placing an order during this hour, then this particular one here is brand new. So you are going to get this as your gift, your bonus gift. I just realised I've got paints on there off Lucia. So you are going to get this for placing an order for anything. So it could be the set that you've got on the screen. It could be that bumper bundle. But we're busy for everything. So all you guys are going to be getting that. So the bumper bundle, we're going to go through the individuals, if that's okay. So we're going to kick things off with a fun combination. I like this. Got all sorts going on here. A little bit of sledging, a bit of ice skate. Oh, that's nice, with a couple with the little one
These
there.
are great, and the thing is as well, a lot of these do not have to be used for Christmas.
That's
so
a
we
good
like to
point.
mix things up a lot. I mean, obviously the ice skaters they have to be used when it's cold, but everything else, a lot of it you can use outside of Christmas as well. There's dog walkers, there's all sorts of things on there.
Okie doke, love it. Now, if you're wanting this particular set, you're going to get 28 stamps. Please disregard that new today. We have seen it, but I think it's been in a bundle previously, so that's possibly how you will have seen it. But on its own, there you go, the details are there, £9.99. Next to our festive fun, we've got our festive scene, and I love this. Where else would you get a Ferris wheel alongside a ski carriage?
I know where. I don't know, but I love this so much. When you put up, well, we're going to be using that on the first demonstration, and the thing was the demonstration didn't actually include this one, but I thought, you know, I need to get this in because just in case we don't get it in later, it needs to be done, I think, straight away.
And I
it's so
love
pretty.
it because you've got so many different you've got your houses, you've obviously got your wildlife. I love that fence, the curve of that fence, clever design.
Yeah, there's lots of aspects to that, and again, quite a lot that doesn't have to be used for Christmas as well, so you can sort of change that up a bit as well.
Lovely. There you go, £9.99 again for that set. 28 stamps again, 840632. Now, how do you fancy a trip on the swings? Well, that's where we're heading to next. Swings and things, and these ones, some of the elements slightly larger.
Yeah. Now, these were on the last show that we did, but they sold out quite quickly. But we brought them back because you can actually merge them with the other stamps and then create your winter designs with them as well.
Oh,
so it
right.
just doesn't have to be used for Christmas. Obviously, the branch is bare, but with the small stamps, you can add a lot of the little flowers on if you wanted it to be spring or summer. But for winter, we can just leave it bare and put some lights in and things like that.
Yeah, and again, it's very
very popular again today. £11 stamps for £9.99 if you're wanting that one. 866378. Incidentally, all the ones we've shown you so far are part of that bumper bundle, details of which I'll give you in a few moments. But the next one to share with you is this particular one, and this is the Thorny Wreath, and this is the one that you were referring.
Yeah.
Already approaching 20% of the stock's gone, Wendy.
Well, I think a lot of people might have missed out on the last show because it did go quite quickly.
Okay.
But again, it's great because the little birds can be robins, they could be blue tits, depending on how you ink them up. You've got the bare branch, which we can use for Christmas, spring, summer, autumn, whatever you want to use it for, you can use that. And it gives you, the good thing about this is it gives you your shape. So anybody that struggles getting a nice sort of circle or even an oval, this stamp's fantastic.
That's a really good point, because quite often we'll say, oh, draw yourself a circle and then build it up, but this does it automatically for you.
Yeah.
Clever design. 255922 if you're wanting that one, £9.99. Now, one more to share with you before we tell you about, well, actually, we've got a couple to share with you. Bumper bundle. This one, I do love a Victorian lamppost. You don't see them around as much, do you?
This is very atmospheric when this is done. And again, we're putting this one in the first one as well, just to make sure we get it in, because I just love it so much. But once you put the light behind them and then you add some dark shading around, they just stand out so beautifully.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love the trees. That's it, the little bites, the little couple sitting there as well.
And the little phone box, you never see a phone box on a stamp.
That's
So you've got
a
the
really
little phone
good
box as
point,
well that you can put in there as well. Also, especially now you don't see many phone boxes.
Well, this is it, and it's all about building that perspective, isn't it? So you've got your small stamps for the background, your large stamps for the foreground. 10% of the stock of this one has gone at £9.99. 814124. Then you've got your fabulous welly boots. Now, the welly boots, is that part of a different set? It's all still part of that big bundle. Oh my goodness, there is a lot in there. So this is another one that's in that bumper bundle with your welly boots.
I love this one, and again, it doesn't have to be. You could put, we've got an umbrella coming in the next one, so you could mix the wellies with the umbrellas in the rain. You could use it for Get Well Soon. You could use this for so many things. The great thing I like about this is it's very similar to the flip flops we did. You can personalise them all.
Yes.
So if you want to do a frame for a family in winter or summer, you can do all the wellies in a line and put the little names underneath, so you can personalise your own little gifts as well.
That idea. £11.98, 19 stamps in that particular set. So if you want to get hold of them, then please do so. More to share with you though. Literally all of the stamps that we're looking at here are part of that bumper bundle. So if you're liking the look of what we've got here already, might be that you're new to cardio, then perhaps you do want to add that bumper bundle in. Details are at the bottom of your screen. 142 stamps. But have a look at these. These are your mini tall trees.
I wouldn't be without the mini tall trees. They get used in absolutely everything, in the background of everything, as you'll see, that they use in every card.
Beautiful, there you go. So if you're wanting these, can pop those details up for you again. 19 stamps there, £11.98 if you wanted to take advantage of these. 305188 being your item number. So yeah, pop those into your basket, any of those individual little sets as you've seen all those details. But of course the bumper bundle means you can get hold of everything, including these ones as well. These are nice. I like the little kind of silhouettes that we've got with these little baubles that we've got on the screen now.
These are great. And again, all right, you can't really use these outside of Christmas, but they are so pretty and so lovely. And again, they'll hang from all the branches. You can use them in the Thorny Wreath. You can use them in the backgrounds, the foregrounds, anything you want to do. It's just really, really pretty.
They look like jelly sweets there.
I know, that's making me hungry.
So 322681 if you'd like to take advantage of these, £17.99. Now, Sandro, could you do me a favour? Sandro is our producer. Could you just have a little look at some of those where it says the number of stamps against the pictures? Because some of those we're looking at, it doesn't. I'm not quite sure we've got the right numbers on there, and I don't want anybody to think that they're seeing something that they're not getting. But anyway, that's a job for Sandro to do while we chat about all of these. Absolutely beautiful. Look at these. They're so cute, these little designs. Love them. And again, little tiny areas. The packaging shows how you can be using these.
Yeah, and it's
clever
a good thing,
idea.
really, because a lot of the time you'll look at them, they don't look much in a pack. So because you've got the designer going on around the outside, at least it gives you an indication as to what it's going to look like when it's stamped as well.
Certainly does. And the beauty is with these, you can use them just in their own little collection. So if you go for a little bundle, then you can use them. But then, of course, you can go for extra ones as well. So this set that we're looking at on the screen there, you've got your vintage lights, your bells and baubles, your poinsettia and your peppermints there as well. So there's all sorts of different elements that you can be able to put together using those little elements there. The little light bulbs, you can see, I'm just going to bring in a card just to give you a simple, and I think this is so clever because I didn't realise it sat like that on the side. And I thought, oh, that's nice, little cascade. But look what happens when you actually rotate it round. Look at that, that's a clever idea.
If you've got 150 cards to make for Christmas. You need things that are going to be pretty quick. So this is great, but you could even put a little design in the O if you wanted to. So you can sort of, and your writing does not have to be neat.
Yeah.
In fact, the
Very
more you scribble,
clever.
the better it looks.
I love that. But of course, the concept from Cardio is that you're building up those stamps, those little elements, the baubles, looking at some of those designs across the whole of those bundles that we've been looking at. So it could be that you're taking your branches and adding your little lights there you've got in the background. They're the fabulous designs there. And of course, again, another fabulous one there where the centre O in that word really does become that focal point. And again, masking off certain areas, building up other things that you've got. That's why we love Cardio. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you have got your mega bundle. So you've got lots and lots of stamp sets within there, giving you hundreds, well, literally 142 stamps that you can play around with. £69.93 being the price. So these are beautiful sets, as you can see here. So 531822, you are getting all of these stamps. So why not treat yourself to these? Because if you are completely new to Cardio, then you won't have any of these. Of course, they are available individually. So if you have already experienced the Cardio stamps and you just wanted to pick out some of those that you're missing, then do check them out on the website. Some of them are in trios, just like the ones at the bottom there with your vintage lights, your baubles and your poinsettias, but check them all out. But the key thing is we need to see some demonstrations, so we're going to head down to that demo area and see what Wendy has got planned. It's all on the website. Easy peasy. All you need to do is check on there. If you have got confused by any of those images that were shared with you or those descriptions I gave you, then it is all clear as clear can be on the website, as you can see there. And the Thorny Wreath, that's one, 5-star reviews. Some of you missed out on that one last time, so yeah, do make sure you get hold of that one if you missed out last time, or even if it's the first time that you've seen it. So do check those out. So you are getting all of those stamp sets that we chatted about in that bumper bundle, and that's proven to be very, very popular. Lovely. And don't forget, if you're placing your order for anything from Cardio in this hour, you will be getting that birthday bonus gift, as you can see there, with that wonderful sentiment. This is penned by yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
One of your little poems.
Yes, it is. Yeah, one of my little poems. Sometimes these take me longer to write than designing the actual stamps. Because I like them to rhyme.
There you go. So yeah, those are proving to be popular. Something else that you've found already, we haven't even had a chance to tell you about, is the little rods. And these are something that you will see Wendy working with as well. And they're perfect for you to actually house your stamps on. And you can, if I remember right, you can see straight the way through. There's no.
You can. I tend to always look sort of down the side, because you can see the end of the stamp with the stamps being clear and with the rods being clear. You can see exactly where those pinpoint areas, you know, where you might want to attach leaves to a flower.
Yes.
So you can see exactly where you're stamping with
no
them.
gaps. There we go. Lovely. Right, over to you then, Wendy.
Right, so we're going to try and get an awful lot in this card.
Okay,
I just decided at the last minute we're going to add the funfair in as well.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to add some colour for the funfair behind first. So what I've done, I've just created a little mass myself. I've just cut a little snowy hill, if you will.
Yeah.
So we're going to put some lights in at the back now for the funfair. So I'm going to start with some yellow. Now, normally I'm trying to get this very, very smooth, but for the funfair, I want it to look quite hazy.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about how this blending looks at the back here. I'm just going to put a load of little lights. So you can see the more it sort of radiates, the more it just looks like fuzzy little lights. So I'm just going to keep blending some colours in.
Lovely.
Like that. And then over this side we're going to want some dark, because this is the one we're aiming for, something similar to this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I'm going to put some darker colours on the other side here. So the funfair is going to light up this side.
Lovely.
I'm just going to edge the hill on this side, because this is where.
So is this kind of the area that we're working on at the moment then, over here?
Yeah. So we've got this bit here.
Okay.
And then this bit here is where the funfair is going to be here.
Wonderful.
Okay. So plenty of sort of fuzzy light going on in here. So use a combination of colours as well. And then what we're going to do is start to stamp our little funfair across here. So we're going to use the little Ferris wheel.
Now the Ferris wheel is part of that mega bundle. In fact, any of the stamps that are being used are part of that mega bundle. It's also part of the stamp collection at the bottom of your screen. So if you do want to add this in alongside some of your others, then it is part of that festive theme.
Okay, so you can see how the lights now make it look really realistic. It's very cute to do. And then we're going to put the little tent in as well. I'll pop this here in the background, like that. And then let's use a couple of other little elements from there as well. So but this is the little carousel, so I'm going to take that down there. Sometimes I'm only having the very tops of them showing. Again, it's just for perspective, really.
Well, the hill's in the way, isn't it? I suppose?
So you've only seen the tops of some of these, but that's fine. And then what we're going to do is put some trees in here as well. So what I'm going to do, because we've got nice dark stamp in there, I'm going to off stamp these first because I want the trees to look like they're in the background. So I'm going to take off some of the colour so it's slightly paler, so that when we stamp, those trees are going straight into the background. So I don't have to worry about stamping over the top of these designs, as long as I make sure that I don't let some of that ink come off first. So I'm taking some of the dark ink off before we stamp.
Okay. Any ideas or suggestions with regards to which ink pads to work with?
I like pigment inks. When I'm using black, I always go for archival. I find it's a very, very black ink, and I just really love it. And it dries quite quickly as well. So if I use something like VersaFine, although it's beautiful, I tend to find I get myself in a bit of a mess because they're quite wet.
Good tip, I like that idea.
I would much rather use
very busy, guys. Lots of you adding things into your basket. And don't forget, check your baskets out. That's all I can say, because what you might find is when you turn around to place your order, some of those items may well have gone. So keep checking your baskets out. Don't forget, you can go back and watch the demonstration for up to 60 days now with Hochanda Rewind. So yeah.
So what I've done there, I've just added a little bit of light, because this is where my lantern, or my vintage lantern, is going to sit. So I put the light in first, and that's mainly so because I've not got time to wait for any inks to dry. Although you can sort of watercolour with archival once it's dry, because I've not got time to wait, I put the colour on first, stamp over the top, and you get this lovely sort of radiated look. So now we're going to add all these other little elements. We're going to pop the bike in.
Lovely. So this could be, you're just building up a story of whatever you want.
I know.
So far, there's nothing specifically winter that you've done with this.
Not really. The funfair could be used any time of the year. So could the bike, the lamppost, all of this.
But the detail that you've got the spokes on that bike
wheel.
wheel.
It fascinates me every time I stamp it. I get so excited. It's a bit sad, really, isn't it? I don't get out much.
No, I just think it's fascinating.
I do get very, very excited about things. So I'm going to put the trees in again, but this time I'm just going to use this soft one.
Okay.
And we're just going to start to stamp. Now again, off stamp it first, and I can go straight over that lamppost. So it's giving it that atmospheric look, but it's just going right off into the distance. So over the bike as well.
It's almost like the mist coming down at night or in the morning even.
I always judge my cards by thinking, would I want to put my wellies on and walk into there? So if I can say yes to that, then I'm all right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just put some dark colour just around the edges of the card there. Again, it's just to make the yellow stand out.
Okay.
So it really looks like we've got a little glowing lantern.
And you're just using like a little cloth there just to pick up that colour?
Yeah, this is just a dry Pampers baby wipe. Any wipe will do, as long as it's sort of cloth-like.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be putting your finger through it. And the same all the way across. So here I'm just using the archival to do this, but you can still get a really, really nice look.
Now we are busy as well. I don't think you've actually used any of the elements from this, but we're busy because people missed out on it last time.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to go for the Thorny Wreath, then you're going to have to be checking those baskets out, because we're already rapidly approaching 50% of the stock has gone. Wow. £9.99, 255 922. If that's in your basket at the moment, please check your baskets out straight away, because we are incredibly busy. And if you are wanting that, then the details are there. It's also part of that big bundle at the bottom of your screen if you're wanting it that way.
Okay, so we've just removed that mask, and then we've put the little sledges in there as well. So they've just been to the fair, so they're walking home now. And what we're going to do is put the branch in. So I'm going to add some foreground here as well, and then we're going to put some little vintage lights in. So until I know where this is all going, I'm not going to worry about putting my colour in for my lights.
It's interesting the way that you're stamping here, because I'm thinking of other ways of stamping, and it might be that you'd stamp the tree first, then you'd mask it off and then build up the design. But because of the nature of your stamps, you don't have to.
No. It's good because you can actually just make this up as you go along.
Yeah, that's a good
point. Which is what I like. I like to just be able to have all my stamps out in front of me and then build up my own little story in my head. Okay, so I'll put the branch there like that, and then what we're going to do is pop in some of the lights. So I need some string for my lights, so I'm just going to have some coming from the top, and then we're just going to run it all the way down. So this is just a fine liner, and again, don't worry about your writing or your lines, it doesn't have to be perfect. So now I'm just going to sort of choose where I'm going to be putting my lights. So I'm going to just take my yellow again, I'm going to have one on the end of here. So little tiny, just be careful because you can't blend straight onto your card. Always sort of blend off your card first, so you're not taking too much colour.
Wow, we're busy for that mega bundle. Lots of taking advantage of that. Is that a quarter of the stock? Wow. My goodness. We've got another show yet. 4 o'clock this afternoon, Wendy's going to be back with you. So, yeah, if you're wanting to get hold of the mega bundle, then it might be an idea to get hold of it now. You are getting all those fabulous stamps you can see there, and they just build together to make some beautiful examples, as you can see there. £10 saving, £69.93, and of course you can spread the cost over 2 payments as well. That's the beauty of a purchase like that. It means you can get it all in one go.
Okay, so we've popped the colour in for the lights. So there's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red over the top, and like I said, just make sure that you stamp on your scrap first. Now we're going to add the little lights over the top. So on that little string that we drew, I'm just going to stamp these little tiny lights. I've just realised I haven't got my glasses on. I can't be as bad as all that. Even got them all the right way up.
They look fabulous.
And especially if you put a little bit of glossy accents or some sort of gloss over the top as well, they look fabulous. So what we're going to do is put these wellies on, because this is the other part of my story.
Okay.
So these are people that have gone ice skating now, and they've just decided to discard the wellies.
Okay.
You know, at the bottom of a hill. So they're just going to leave the wellies here. And the thing is, I'm trying to get a lot of stamps in here. So you obviously don't have to put all these images together. We're just trying to get as much as we can in so people get to see everything that we're doing. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of shading.
Okay.
So just to come off the edge here. Just to give us a little bit of a hill where these wellies are going to sit. Okay, and there's so many stamps to get in, I'm hoping I've not forgotten anything.
Well, you've got 142 to
Yeah,
work.
I've got 142 to get through today, haven't we? It's quite a few.
We're ticking them off. Is that one of those
Oh,
ice
please don't.
sheets? Is it tick them all off? Right, we've done that one.
Oh dear. It's a mammoth task, isn't it, today?
Well, it's just mesmerising watching it all come together, to be honest.
The wellies, if you put a little bit of gloss on the, you know, the top of the welly boots as well, they look so cute. So we're going to stamp this one just below the hill, like that. And what we'll do is stamp a little bird on the top, so the little bird is looking at the light.
Tell you something, little bird wouldn't go anywhere near my wellies. Don't only do it the once.
Oh dear.
Keel over.
I'll put a little. Now these are where I was saying we've got a whole family of wellies. So these are sort of mummy's wellies, and these are the little girls' wellies as well.
Oh,
And
it's
I've put
really
little dotty
cute.
ones. They are really cute. And like I say, if you want to personalise something, these are absolutely fabulous.
So the artwork that we're seeing in these stamps, well, where does this artwork come from?
Well, I designed them.
Do you?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
we have them manufactured here in the UK.
Oh, right.
I'd like to say we manufacture them ourselves, but no.
Well, you're too busy designing,
no,
I
we
should
tried.
imagine.
We definitely tried that once. We wouldn't do that again.
No, sometimes it's good to hand those certain bits over. It gives you
you've
the
got
time
to concentrate
do.
on what you can do, I think, haven't you? So we pop the little bird on top of the wellies as well. So all that's left to do now is just to put our little bit of snow and things on. So I'm just
Okay.
going to work my way around the wellies like this, and then we're just going to sketch on. So this is just your glue pen,
Okay.
and then we're going to do a little bit just along here as well. Now when we do this, the glitter is literally going to stick to everything because some of these inks are still a little bit wet.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give us the hint that we've got some snow going on. And
Lovely.
I'll pop this straight into the glitter. So I'm doing this way round because obviously we put the glossy accents on first.
Yeah.
We're going to have the glitter
that's
stick
true,
into
yes.
absolutely everything.
And obviously when you're at home and you're watching back on Rewind and you're kind of crafting alongside Wendy, you'll be pausing the TV, doing your little elements and coming back. So it'll dry, so you don't have to worry too much about
I know
that.
we've got some ladies doing that as well because they were mentioning it on Facebook. They said they've got the stamps at the ready.
Are you keeping up?
Yeah, well, we're going slower today, so.
This is slow.
Yeah, this is slow.
Oh my goodness, wow. It's
No,
almost steam. It's almost steam coming in.
And then just on your lot, now I do think I need my glasses for this one because these are very, very tiny. But the gloss does make a massive, massive difference just to the card. Just brings the whole thing together.
Look at
and
that.
There we go.
There you go. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you will agree. Isn't that amazing seeing all that colour come together? With, well, 3 colours really, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. You don't. People always think they look at the system and think it's going to cost an absolute fortune to start off, and it doesn't because you can just stamp with one board, one colour ink, and then a flower set, and you can just stamp away.
I love that. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you,
welcome.
Andy. I'm going to let you get ready for your
Yep,
next demo, if
thank
that's
you.
okay. And you guys are going to take you on a bit of a trip. Let's have a little look on the website, because everything that Wendy's been working with is available there. So, of course, you've got your individuals, which we'll go through very quickly to share with you again. Also, you've got that bumper bundle, which is the way that a lot of you have been getting hold of these. So it's nice to know that so many, perhaps new people getting involved with cardio. Don't get to see Wendy here as often as we would like, so take advantage of those deals while you have the opportunity, and perhaps have some of those items that you've missed out on previously. So where should we start? Let's start at the beginning, shall we, with all those fabulous sets. And as you saw there, we had a little bit of festive fun, so that seems like a good place to start. Have a look at this set here, and this is fabulous because you've got the little characters there. We saw the sledges, so you got the stamp for that particular one in here. But of course, it could have been a little dog in there. It could have been a couple in a park in a springtime scene. It could be the dog waiting to be run off with a ball, and all these different things, all these different elements you could be crafting with and making your own little story. And the beauty is you've got 28 stamps in order to do so. $9.99 being the price, 936.893. You will hear me say this time and time again, but that is part of that bumper bundle that we're chatting about as well. So do keep an eye on this. If you're looking at getting maybe 3 or 4 of these stamp sets, consider going for that bumper bundle, because the cost, that first flexi buy, will get those ones you were thinking of, but then of course you'll have all the others, and you'll have seen how well they all come together. So next one to share with you is the festive scene. This is where you've got your Ferris wheel, but of course that Ferris wheel could have been the circus tents. It could have been a mountain range in the background there. It could have been your village. You can see there all those little elements there. Or it could have just been a little wildlife scene with all the little rabbits running around there. Or is that a moose? Is that a moose loose? I think it could be. And of course you've got all the different elements there, different sizes, so you can really build up that perspective. 840-632 if you fancy getting hold of those. But the swings and things, I mean, this is a lovely one because you've got that branch, the branch that can come in from the side of your card. Equally so, it could dip down from the top if you're wanting to create that canopy. The little bird that we saw a few moments ago resting on that welly boot, well, it could have been resting on a swing. It could have been sat within the bird cage. It could have been on that branch. Whichever way you put these designs together, you're getting a truly unique look each time you create them. $9.99 again, incredibly affordable for those 11 stamps. 866-378. Now you can understand how quickly you can get to that £30-40 mark, can't you, with those 3 sets we've seen already, which is why that complete bundle is proven to be so popular. Next one we've got for you is the Thorny Wreath, and this is one that has been very popular individually. Again, $9.99, a very popular stamp set. You've got 12 stamps in it. I love that kind of sketchy detail that you've got with the little bird there. Looks so fluffy. And then of course you've got your thorny branch where you've got that natural arc, so you can put that together as a wreath without having to worry about how you can figure those circles. And again, it's nothing specifically Christmas about that one. You could be adding your roses to that. You could be adding your spring flowers. 255922 if you're wanting that one. 12 stamps for $9.99. Vintage Christmas, again, we saw that fabulous little Victorian lamppost with that gorgeous little haze of light in that demonstration. So again, you could be creating using this. Again, you've got the telephone box in a variety of different sizes. The same with the bench, so whether it's the foreground or dropping into the background, you have got all of those elements, and you've kind of got trees going to the left and to the right as well. Perfect. $9.99 there, 814124, but 20% of the stock has gone. Busy hour. It's good to have your company in this hour. You can understand why when you're seeing these stamps. But have a look at this little set here. You've kind of got a duo here. So you are going to get your willy boots alongside your little trees, your winter stroll trees. And again, the whirlies, we saw that different styles, different kind of sizes depicting the family members, as we heard from Wendy. £11.98, 305188. It's not just about the whirly boots, though. It's about building up the perspective. We saw these trees being used in the backdrop over on that hill, so it might be that you're adding this one into your basket. Again, part of that bumper bundle we've been chatting about, but got contradiction in terms with this next one, because you've got your mini tall trees. There's a bit of both these, and I love this because in the foreground they'll be very tall trees, but of course in the distance they're just mini ones, but you've still got that perspective, you've got that style with these. Absolutely beautiful, as you can see there. 305188 being that item number, and again 19 stamps for you to take advantage of there. And the last one that we've got for you is a set of 3 stamp plates, individual items that are going to lend themselves so well to so many many different applications, and you can see £17.99. You're getting all 28 of these stamps. Incredible detail with these baubles, as you can see there, the little flowers building up that backdrop there, and of course the little lights, they were brilliant on that one that we saw. We've got a couple of microphones in there. It looks like a microphone there. I don't think it is. It could be. It could be whatever you want it to be. 322. I was thinking a karaoke card there. Does look a little bit. I think it's supposed to be a candle. It's 322 681 £17.99. But of course, that trio of stamps forms part of that bumper bundle where you are getting everything that we've just gone through for £69.93. You are getting a £10 saving, so it's almost as if you are getting one of those sets as a freebie, as a bonus, because of course some of those were £9.99. You're getting 10 stamp sets in total, giving you 142 stamps to play with. Different sizes, different styles, and 50% of that complete bundle have gone. You literally got everything that you need. All you need to do is add a couple of colours, as we saw Wendy do, and of course that solid black for that silhouette look. At 531822 being that mega bundle, and don't forget you're going to be able to create so much with these. You've seen some of the finished samples behind us. I'm going to head back and see Wendy. But obviously you're going to be getting that saving, but you're getting even more because you will be getting 10% back. Part of our birthday event, every single penny you pay or you buy, you order, you're going to get 10% back. So the 30th of August, which is Friday, I think it's Friday, isn't it? Yeah. You will get that credit to your account ready for you to use during the month of September. You're also going to get your free gift if you've not already placed your order. And I will show you that again when we come back. But you can also enter our draw for a Dream Day, which is on the website. So yeah, if you're wanting to get involved with that Dream Day, you just got to fill out a form. I think you have to answer a question about why would you like to come and craft with Leonie. Why wouldn't you want to be honest? This is your freebie though. Have you seen it? It's fabulous. And this is one that we've not seen before, brand new.
Yeah, this particular, it is on one of the little collection sheets, but it's very small. So we've got a nice big sort of, I like words to make a statement.
Yeah, and that's really nice. I think it's a really nice sentiment there. So you've got all the details on your website, on your screen there for anything you want to order. As long as it's a cardio project order, if you've got everything and you're thinking to yourself, but I want that free gift, could be that you are investing in more of these because you really can't have too many of these,
I don't
can
think
you?
so, no. I mean, you can sort of peel the stamps on and off and you could just use one or two rods, but it's always easier to have a complete set or a few sets so you can mount more stamps up, so you're not constantly changing the ends of them as well.
And as you look down these, you can see there's no kind of distortion with regards to the axis. It's very clever the way it's put together.
Absolutely perfect. And somebody was telling me just before the show actually that she has arthritis and she finds these very easy to use. Because the holding a block sometimes can be quite tricky.
Yeah, good point. Details on your screen. So for just £12.99 you could be getting hold of those, and you will be getting your bonus gift as part of that as well. So yeah, very popular bundle. Details are there if you want them. So what are we up to next?
We are up to Thorny Wreath. I put two in front of you.
Okay.
So we've got a black and white version of it, done one way, and we're going to do the coloured version just to give people a bit of a change from black and white, because I do like my black and white at Christmas, it has to be said.
Oh, they're adorable, those little birds up there.
They are, and again, they don't have to be robins. I've just done two colour stamping there, so we put two colours on the stamps.
Wonderful.
To give us that impression.
Okay, so we're starting off.
Yeah, I'm just going to stamp that one down once like that, and then without re-inking it, I'm just going to reuse it again. I'm just going to move it around a little bit, like that.
Now, do you have to worry that they've kind of overlapped at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just going to take that over like that. So it just gives us a little bit more in the background there. And then we're going to go back to our swings and things, and we're just going to use the trailing vine that's in there as well. And I'm just going to sort of bring it out a little bit and use this to sort of add to this Thorny Wreath as well. So we're just going to take this out. Let's use it that way. So I'm just sort of continuing this curve a little bit. And you're never going to get two cards exactly the same, so I just go with it, go with the flow. So same on this side, I'm just going to take the wreath out a little bit like this. So we're just adding in.
That I like as well, because sometimes when you're building up, you have to go back to the start, back to the pad, back. But here, you're getting 2 or 3 impressions from that one.
Definitely. And that's it in one of those ways you don't need as many inks as you think as well. It's really nice not to have to buy lots, because you can get 3 or 4 shades out of each one.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop the little birds in now. So again, if you wanted to do these for spring or summer, you could do little blue tips by doing the same sort of technique. So what we're going to do is add some red to the breast of the bird. Now it's pretty much going to go all over the front of the bird, but I'm not going to worry because I'm starting with my palest colour.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with the brown and we're just going to edge. Now because these stamps are deep as well, I don't need to worry about getting ink around here.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
good
not worried
point.
at all. I'm just going around the edge of here until we get the sort of look that I want. So I'm sort of touching all the ink with brown, so we've just left a little bit of the red on show there, and then we're going to stamp this in position. I'm being a bit careful because this is a brand new brown ink as well, so I'm just going to be a little bit careful what I'm doing. But what we should have when we lift this up is a different colour on
Oh, it's
there
iron,
as well.
everything is in there. I thought you'd have to go back in with that.
No, everything's there. So we're going to do the same with this one. So start with your red. And I always tend to do birds facing because these would be lovely for a wedding card or something like that. Can you imagine this done for a wedding with something other than, it'd be so
It could be
pretty.
little lovebirds or
That's
whatever
what I'm
you
saying,
want to make
it's
them,
just lovely to do. It's just sort of sometimes thinking outside of the box, I think.
And I love these as well because naturally when you stamp it, you're getting that kind of fluffiness. Around the edge, you've got the fluffiness of the feathers. On the breast there, you can see it's not a solid colour.
Because you need a little bit of highlight, I think, as well. It's nice to have a little bit of highlight there. So it doesn't make everything look too flat. But a lot of the time as well, people think with it being a solid stamp that it's got to just be, you know, one colour.
Yes.
But just by putting a few different colours on there, sometimes we use three, sometimes even go all out and use four. So what we're going to do now is start to build up this scene around. So I'm going to use the poinsettias and peppermints.
Lovely.
And
Again, part of that bumper bundle, the details on your screen. Keeping those details there because that is the most popular way for you to get hold of everything. Incidentally, there's a lot of you've got them sitting in your baskets and you've not checked your baskets out. If you all check out at the same time, I'm a bit concerned that everybody will get hold of them because there's a lot of you that have got those in your baskets. So do get ahead of the game and keep checking those baskets out. Individually, if you're wanting the poinsettias, they're part of the bundle at the bottom of your screen.
So this shows you how quick it is
Look
when
at
you're
that.
using these rods.
Wow.
People will walk past me at shows and things like that and they'll look at it and they'll say, oh, I haven't got the patience for that. Literally, it takes seconds. It's probably the one thing that I think needs any patience at all. It is so quick and it's very forgiving. So if you sort of make any mistakes, you put any finger marks on, I've not really been able to fix anything.
Okay.
So you can just use the stamps and sort of build up whatever you want with it and hide any little errors that you might make, or happy accidents as we call them, don't we?
We do indeed. I just mesmerise in watching you work, Wendy.
And I think I was on with somebody once and she said, I was looking at the screenshot and it looked like it was on fast forward.
Well, it does, yeah.
But it is quick. And the thing is with these, I think the more you actually switch off with them when you work, you know, the less you really focus, the better it turns out. And in this one we have got the beautiful little peppermint stick as well, which is ever so cute. But
Now that's clever because you've got two stamps, one on each end of these.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, because you can, this is what I was saying, you don't have to look through them. You can just look to the side so you always know where it is. Something like this one, the little holly leaf, doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter which way up this one goes. So all I'm doing is finding a space and then just popping in the little holly leaf. But the little stamps are very good for shaping up as well. So if you maybe have gone off a little bit and you want to bring it back, use the little stamps to sort of smooth your design out. So we've got a smaller poinsettia in here as well. So I'm just going to pop this in. But there'll be nothing stopping you for winter putting a little hill in there, putting a little fairground in.
Similar to what we
It's
saw,
really just how you sort of use it. So there's tons and tons of ways to mix it up.
And you'll see, I mean, behind us, I don't know whether we'll get the opportunity to show you that. I mean, this is a huge gallery of what you can do with the kind of stamps that we're working with. I mean, absolutely beautiful ideas. Using that similar concept that we saw from Wendy, picking up that highlight of colour, using that concentration in the distance, a little bit of iridescent glitter, and you're creating a whole huge array of different designs here. Using your masks, using your dies, create masks, stencils, however you want into craft. And all of those stamps you can see within that particular bundle are going to mean that you can recreate some of those designs. I don't be away for too long when we're looking at these demonstrations because it comes together so quickly.
And they're put together very well as well, so there's sort of different elements within the sets, which is why they're in sets and not individually, because these work together.
Yes.
So we've got this little fine one that's going on now, this very detailed little fine sprig that just softens the whole design up. So they're all sort of well thought out, or I like to think they're well thought out anyway.
So how many stamps have you designed since cardio started?
I have never counted.
It's got to be thousands.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is as well, because my designs are so small, I do sort of, they start off like A4, so there's a lot of detail, and then they all end up this big. So the amount of work...
You don't lose the detail, though.
No, I've sort of got to the point now where I know what to put in just to get it right. But it's taken me about 10 years, I think, to get myself sorted.
Is that how long cardio have been going now?
No, we've been trading for about 18 years.
Oh, wow.
So since my little girl was born, actually, you're sitting in the green room. Right, so we're going to pop in some of the little baubles. I've already got them too organised today. It's unusual for me, so I'll put them ones back because I'm only going to use the small ones. So these are from the bells and baubles.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pick up on the colours that we've already used.
And I think this is the one that comes with the poinsettia as well.
No,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does, because it comes with the little peppermints as well.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Together.
Yes, the peppermint stick comes in the poinsettias and peppermints. Yeah, this one is the separate stamp. So this is the bells and baubles set.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, I confused myself.
That's it.
Right,
There's lots to choose, and that's why I think the bumper bundle is the best way to go.
Yes, I like the brown.
Something else I've noticed as well, you've got lots of different ink pads, but they're only like those little inchy ones.
Yeah.
So you've not got the expense of buying big ink pads with these.
No, I mean, you can get quite a few colours, and like I said, because you can ink them up 2 or 3 times, something like 2 or 3 times without re-inking, you probably get 3 or 4 shades out of each ink pad. So sometimes, like here, we've literally used 3 colours. So we've used the red, the green, and the brown,
like so
and that is
more.
it. So I'm just attaching the little baubles again. They are literally just little scribbles. So don't sort of. And same with the little poinsettias, peppermint sticks. We've popped them in as well, like that.
Cute.
And then it would just be a little bit of glitter. So I'm just going to go through, maybe a little bit on the breast of the birds there, like that. And then we can just dot through the whole design. And then usually what I would do is pick up on the centres with a little bit of liquid pearls as well.
Yeah.
And we can do the same on the bauble, so a little bit of glitter through there. And then we can pop into our glitter. To get a lovely sparkly finish. Let's just tip that on the floor.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And there we go. So if you didn't want to use liquid pearls for centres of the flowers, you could just use your little your pen and do little centres. I tend to use black because it really brings those flowers right out, and I've got a block bottle, so let's show you how to do it with the fine line instead.
There's always
an
alternative, isn't there?
Yeah. But can you see, it just sort of brings those flowers just by putting that little bit of black in the centre there. And obviously you could use yellow, but I find some colours just sort of don't show up the same.
And also, you don't want the centres to be too overpowering in this scenario.
There we go.
You need them to be there, but not to take out. Oh, I mean, that's beautiful.
And then last but not least, now I know this one works, is your Glossy Accents. So because our inks are wet here, we've actually put the Glossy Accents straight over the top, and they've got glitter on them. So if you put the Glossy Accents over the top and don't wipe your glitter off, you're going to have all the glitter trapped underneath your Glossy Accents. So when this dries, it'll be lovely and clear. You'll be able to see all the glitter underneath.
It almost magnifies it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You actually put that on top.
It's one of those things, I think, just really makes them, you know, very sort of authentic, because they look really raised and shiny. We won't be able to hold this one up properly, but at least you get the idea.
Well,
and
that's
on the other one that you've got, we've used it in black and white, and we've just put the baubles hanging the other way.
So there you go. There's the one, kind of the inspiration behind the demo that we just saw. But as I switch those out, look at that.
And you can have your little village scene underneath there, your funfair underneath. So many ways to use them.
Absolutely beautiful. Wendy, again, thank you so much. Now, time-wise, what sort of time have we got left? We've got about 15 minutes left.
No problem.
Should be able to get at least 6 demos in.
At least.
The pace that we're going at. Website's a place to go. Let's give you a speedy recap, just so you've got all those items that you need. And of course, you've got that complete bundle that we've spoken about, but then you have got those individual stamp sets. Do urge you to check on the website those individual stamps, because of course I want to get back to the demo. I want to see more from Wendy. And since so many of you are going for that complete bundle as well, it makes sense to mention that, because with the big bundle you have got pretty much everything that you need, everything that we've seen, all 10 of those stamp sets coming together, giving you 142 stamps in total. So you've got your characters, you've got your silhouettes, you've got your personality, your family elements within there, but then you've got your scenic pieces there, you've got your trees, you've got obviously all the different elements that we're seeing Wendy work with. And that Thorny Wreath individually £9.99. It's like you're getting that as a bonus actually in that bumper bundle. In fact, many of these are £9.99. You'll find them on the website, but within that complete bundle you have got that saving. Now the Thorny Wreath on its own, details at the bottom of the screen, 80% of the stock has gone. But say you're going to pick up the Thorny Wreath, maybe you're going to go for the festive fun and perhaps the one with the little kind of Ferris wheel in that we saw at the beginning. All three of those coming together, you're looking at around £32-33 there or thereabouts. Have a look at that first flexi buy on all 10 stamp plates. So you will get those items there. It works out at just 49p per stamp. So that's why if you're looking at going for 2 or 3 of these, do please consider going for everything together, because you will have all those beautiful elements that you can build up so amazingly well, just like the finished samples that we're seeing beside us. And the key thing is you'll be getting your bonus gift as well, and that means where you've got those white spaces, perhaps where you're not building up a scene, that's where you could actually be using that little sentiment there. So from our front door to yours, we wish you fun and cheer and good times that last all through the coming year. And there you go, signature there, Wendy Gage, who is the author behind that wonderful little phrase there. So many different ways you can work with these. Let me just share a few little finished samples with you before we head back. Love this idea of just a scripted sentiment there. Isn't that wonderful? With the little lights, the little, obviously the welly boots there, the little bird sitting on there as well. Love, again, it's love with a winter scene here, but it could be that you're stamping these up and using more greens, more spring-like colours with these for maybe a wedding. This is cute as well, just those little welly boots with a few little grasses there, the Christmas lights running through. And of course, if you are taking any of those elements like the thorny branch or anything else in there, you can build up a fabulous scene, as you can see. Noel, again, very much Christmassy, but then what about bringing in other colours as well? Purples and blues work so well together. And of course we saw that lovely little swing here, obviously looking quite wintry, but then change those around, maybe not put the little lights in there, and you've got a springtime card or a summer card. I'm going to head back and see our lovely Wendy, but what a fabulous array of different finished samples, just to give you some ideas of how you can work with your stamps when you receive them. Of course, having the right tools to work with them is key as well, and that's why the rods are proving to be so popular. If you've invested in everything and you're you've already got them in your crafty stash, and you're thinking to yourself, but I want that free gift, then this could be the item that places that order. That means you get it. 781058, 70% of the stock has gone, and if you do want to stock up and you fancy going for multiples, then by all means please do so. Just increase that quantity and you'll have no additional post and packing, because they're all on the same item number there, and you'll get that free gift that will be thrown in. So Wendy, is this what we're up to next?
Yeah, we're going to do something very, very
nice.
simple but very pretty. I'm going to use the free gift that we've got as well.
Lovely.
Which I thought would be a good idea to do.
Yeah, it's a lovely verse, I must admit. I do like that.
I do
good with your artwork, you're good with your words.
Verses.
Do you?
Yeah, I just don't get the time to do it very often.
That's the trouble, isn't it? Time. If you could bottle time.
Oh yes. You have to have the time to sit and think, don't you?
Well, this is the trouble, yeah.
So again, we're putting in the light now for the lantern.
Okay.
So you just got to roughly decide where you're going to put it. Always keep your light slightly brighter in the middle. So work in the middle and then just blend out what's left on the ink pad. Once you've got a little bit of covering on here, it's easier just to go into the centre. Otherwise, use your scrap, get rid of some of the colour on your scrap first. But once you've got the colour in place, you can just start to blend straight on top there. Okay, so radiate it out as much as you can, because it just makes it look more authentic. A little bit of red, and again on your scrap first, especially if your inks are new, because if they're really, really new, it's going to be very, very wet. So be a bit tentative at first, little tiny movements in the centre like that, until you realise that, yeah, that's all right. And then you can just start to blend on top. Until we're getting that lovely warm glow for the lantern. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
And then we're going to pop the lantern straight over the top of that. So we're getting our main element in first.
Okay.
And then we're going to work around it.
And this is the beauty, as I say, sometimes with traditional stamping you might think, right, I'm going to stamp that and then I need to make a mask to go on top of that.
This is great because it's very quick and there's none of that needed. Sometimes you might want to for a particular reason, but most of the time you're just basically building up the stamps and stamping on top of each other.
It's
and
the detail that you've got down
so
to the little flame in there, the little
and
lines.
the smaller ones in this. In the vintage Christmas you've got smaller ones as well that you can use. So you've got some lovely, lovely designs. So what we're going to do, we're going to add some little strings now for the lights, because I know exactly then where I want them to go. And again, they're just scribbles. It doesn't matter what you do here. And then you just decide where these lights are going to go.
Okay.
So I'm going to put some down here, so maybe right on the end. Well, everything we've designed for the next show is all brand new, so they're all new Christmas stamps.
Ooh.
And there's some lovely little items.
Do we know
in
when
those.
that's going to be?
I think it's the very beginning of October.
Oh, okay.
I just sort of missed the deadline with these,
Oh,
so I just
never
missed
mind.
it. But it's nice actually, because even people who've already bought these can actually see them demonstrated, which is really good. And there's always going to be something that they haven't got on here that will work with what they've already bought.
Oh, I love it. And you're just working on some copy paper here?
Yeah, this is just plain paper, so nothing expensive. So I use that for all my mascots. If I'm doing a bauble shape, for example, I use that for this as well. And my
best technique, I have to say.
Well, you wouldn't think this technique came from being disorganised, would you believe it? At a show once, and basically didn't have any of the tools I needed to do what I wanted to do. So it was a case of, oh, what can I do? So I just ended up picking up what I had. I had some dirty baby wipes at the side and we scrunched up, so I'll try them. And then I used the pigment inks, and then since then I've literally never gone back.
Wonderful. Love it. Just very, very quickly, I need to tell you about that Thorny Wreath at the bottom of your screen. It's proven to be one of the most popular individuals that we've got for you during this hour. Has sold out, but thankfully we had a little chat with Wendy while I was doing a little recap, and we have been able to get some stock on extended delivery. It's just the Thorny Wreath. So if you're wanting this one by itself, then these are the details. It has sold out previously, not only in this hour, but on its previous airing. $9.99, 255 922. Only looking at the 2nd of September, so it's not too long to wait, and definitely worth that wait, because it is a very useful set.
Definitely. So we put our little lights in place. So now it's just a case of filling in with whatever we want. So on that one we put some little baubles in, so let's do that. So we'll have a few little silhouette baubles in.
Does it matter which order you'd put these in? Because I noticed from the finished card we've got some poinsettias in there as well. Does it matter which order you do it?
I tend to use my biggest flower first, because what I do is use that to give me a guide as to what I'm stamping. So if I was doing a corner, for example, I'd set out the corner with that big stamp.
Okay.
And then I'd just sort of fill in. I mean, I always thought flower arranging, you put your main things in, then your bits, but obviously but I've been told since that you don't.
Oh, right, okay.
You do it the other way around, but I didn't know that. But for me, it makes more sense to put your main elements in and then build around them.
Yeah, and it's clever with that kind of that light, or the string from the light. It gives you your kind of area, almost like your boundary to work within.
Yeah, and it's like you say, it's fabulous if you just want to write a little word.
Yeah.
If you want a nice quick card to do, because not everybody's got the time to spend.
And also, if you've got like 150 odd cards to make,
you don't want to be there all night.
Oh, incidentally, are we okay to make and sell when we're stamping with your stamps?
Yes. You can. So you can make as many as you want, you just can't mechanically reproduce. But apart from that, you can make as many as you like. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we've got all our bases in, we've got our lights and everything, so we're just going to fill in with the poinsettias. So we've done these in colour, and now we're going to add these in just a silhouette.
Wonderful. Now the rods are proving to be very popular, which Wendy's working with. 80% of the stock has gone of these. Getting a set of 4 of them, very affordable at $12.99. And as you've seen with Wendy using them, you can actually put a stamp on each side of these, maximising that usage. And of course, if you do want to look through them, then you have got that kind of clear sight through there. No distortion with regards to those, and you're getting all 4 of those for $12.99. It's also a very affordable way for you to get hold of your free gift, because of course, even if you are placing your order for the rods, you will still get your free gift. So if you've got all the stamps already and you don't want to be left out and you want this one, because you won't have this one because it's the first time we've seen it, then those are the way to go.
Okay, so we've just filled in, and again, 2nd, 3rd and 4th generation stamping. You'll find with archival, which is another reason why I love it, is that you can probably get up to 8 to 10 different shades of grey in it, and it just works so beautifully. It's so precise.
It's like a natural gradient of colour then, isn't it? Yeah.
And I've worked with some, and they go like sort of shades of brown. So just this one alone is just beautiful. And the thing is as well, even the little lights, you don't have to be afraid of stamping over the top of them. So if I want to go over the top of that, because it's glass anyway, you'd be able to see straight through it, so none of that matters.
Something I forgot to ask about, you've got a little bit of tape on there as well. That's kind of masked off the edges.
Yeah, again, I like to have a really nice effect, but I don't want to sometimes do the whole card. So a lot of the time I'll just tape off a little corner.
Okay.
And just work in a corner, because you get the effect without having all the work that goes with it. Okay, so we're just going to start filtering all the other little stamps over the top. So we've done our 2 poinsettias, so I'm going to add a little bit of the finer one as well. Now this one, because it's fine, we can just over stamp. See how delicate it is? It is so pretty. And we're just going to let that run all between the little stamps.
Just to give you a bit of a time check, Wendy, we're looking at probably about 3.5, 4 minutes
No
left.
problem. So let's stop there, because we've got enough on there. Let's get our word. Let's get the freebie in. And that's important, isn't
Yeah, well,
it?
this is it, and it's a good size freebie, this one.
Now I'm hoping, I think I put that in the way, so just a bit, I think I forgot about that. I forgot that this is quite a big stamp, so.
Okay.
But never
Well, you'll be
mind.
forgiven.
Thank
You'll be forgiven if it's, because I've got finished sample here to show you. Oh, sorry, the mega bundle. What did you want me to say? Rapidly approaching limited stock. I told you guys out there that lots of you got them in your baskets, and if you all checked out at the same time, we'd find that big leap, and we have. So rapidly approaching limited stock. Wendy's back with us at 4 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have enough stock to see us through to then. But for you to safeguard yours, now is the time for you to place your order. And of course, you can spread that cost over 2 payments if you wanted to.
Would you believe how that felt?
Oh, look at that.
I couldn't believe
That's
it
a
either.
professional at
Oh,
work.
yes, I did that on purpose. I knew it was going to fit. Right, so we're just going to get this off now. Okay, so this is where we were taped out with our corner here.
Oh,
so it gives you those beautiful edges. So don't ever feel the need to fill the whole of your card, because you really don't have to. Then it's just a case of your gloss. So we've got our lovely greeting in place there. And again, this doesn't actually have to be used for Christmas, the greeting. You could use it for a new home.
It's very true, actually. So there you go, Sandro. Do you see what I meant about that blank piece of card suddenly transforming before your very eyes?
And easily as well. Not a lot of tools needed.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do. And there we go.
Look at that. What amazing. Absolutely beautiful.
The only thing we've not done is put the gloss on the lantern, but it is on the. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? You can't get the staff, can you?
And change your name to Arthur. Half a job. No, I'm only joking. I mean,
There's a glossy
absolutely
one.
amazing. Beautiful. I mean, the artwork is phenomenal. And of course, each time you do this, it'll be different.
You're
Could be
never
using
going to get it
different
the
elements.
same.
Might be you want to use the peppermints in there more so than the little
And the thing is,
canes
it's been like I said, a lot of time I've been using the stamps, and I'm still coming up with new ways to mix them together, and especially when a new collection comes along, because it gives you a whole new lease of life.
It certainly does. Wendy, I love it. There you go. Details on your screen for that complete collection. This is the way that the majority of you can get hold of them, and you've been shopping online, which is brilliant, because it means you can get that order in the system without getting caught up in those fabulous. Oh, obviously, when we get those phone queues, that can happen quite easily. So many different ways that you can be working with these. I mean, we are literally bedecked in the studio with some fabulous finished samples, some of which we've had the opportunity to share with you, but all being created with the fabulous stamps we've been sharing with you. 142 stamps you are getting in that complete collection, including all the elements that we're looking at here, and you've got that £10 saving, which equates to pretty much any one of those ones you can see on your screen there. And it is something that you will build, you will grow, even if you started out with just one of those sets today.
Definitely.
I mean, that we saw the Thorny Wreath, that's proved to be very popular. If people could only stretch to one set, is that a good one to start with?
Yeah, definitely, because I mean, you would need something to work with it.
Okay.
But apart from that, yeah, because it can be used any time of the year with any of the stamps that we've
Good
got.
idea.
So yeah.
That's it. And as you say, they just add into it as time goes on.
Yeah.
Poinsettias that we've seen are poinsettias, but put them in a different colour. They could be like
That's
a little
it.
clematis
Yeah,
flower
you've
or a
hit the nail
passion
on the head,
flower.
definitely, yeah.
Just play around with those colours. Now, the mega bundle is limited in stock now. We knew what was going to happen. We're down to the last minute of the hour. As we look at all these fabulous stamps, I mean, Wendy, it really is an amazing collection you've put together.
Thank you, Hayley.
I mean, the beauty is that you've just got as little or as much as you want. So if you want to do a little tiny card, it just could be a couple of pairs of wellies.
You know, just a greeting, so the free gift that you've got, just a little
Yeah.
greeting with a tiny hill at the bottom with a little bit of a fur or something, looks fantastic. You
does
don't need
indeed.
to do a lot.
Wendy, I have to say thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
I mean,
much,
inspiration.
Hayley. Thank
I think we got all the demos in, didn't we?
We did, nearly.
I love it. So there you go. There's more to come from Wendy at 4 o'clock. So make sure you do join the. It's yourself and Catherine, I believe, at 4 o'clock.
it is.
So yeah, definitely one worth watching. I she'll be grabbing a cuppa and watching herself, I know that much. But if you want to get hold of your mega bundle to safeguard it, to make sure it's on its way straight away, then the details are on your screen, 531822. We've got items on extended delivery during this hour due to sell out, so do not miss out on that bundle. Again, Wendy, we will see you at 4 o'clock. Thank you for your company. Stay tuned. So we've got more from our current one-day special. At 1 o'clock, do tune in. These little stamps have worked well on there as well, actually. Let Leonie party with All and Create. She's back at 2. And then we're partying under the stars with 39.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue, and we've been established for 7 years, and together with my husband Alfie we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. What I really love about Hochanda is I get to demonstrate lots of different techniques for you to understand how to use our products and hopefully inspire you. I've got loads of fantastic ideas buzzing around in my head, so I can't wait to get those filtered into our products and out to you at home. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28